In our gospel today, we hear how even the unjust judge will listen to the widow's cries. And if the unjust judge will do so, how much more will our God, in our distress, our God who loves us, listen to our cries? Josephine Margaret Bakhita was one of those who cried to the Lord even before she knew who God was. Late in the 19th century, she was trafficked as a young child and sold into slavery in the Sudan, even though slavery was supposed to be illegal there. And she was so traumatized that she could not even remember her name. So the name that we know her by, her full name of Josephine Margaret Bakhita, is what she later took on as a religious in the church. Though Bakhita suffered, she was eventually freed and came into contact with Italian Christians. She said they taught her of the God that she was always searching for in her heart, even though she didn't realize it. So, because of this experience, because of her exposure to Christianity, she became a monastic. And eventually, years and years after her death in the 1940s, she became the first Black woman to be canonized during the start of the new millennium in 2000. Bakhita harbored no ill will to her captors later on, because even though they weren't good to her, even though they didn't do anything to help her, the circumstances they put her in allowed her, it gave her the opportunity to find God in our Lord Jesus Christ. Now, like the Christians Bakhita eventually met, we too are often who God uses to alleviate the pain of those who are crying out, who are pleading to our Lord. Our hope is to eventually live in a world where people don't have to suffer from slavery, from human trafficking, or from any sort of trauma. We certainly hope to live in a world where people don't have to suffer in order to come to know our Lord. Yet in the meantime, our hope is to hear those who are crying out and to do what we can as the arms of God in the world to help alleviate their suffering, to help listen to their pleas.